April 2018. The journey towards peace on the Korean peninsula started anew with the heads of state meeting at the Joint Security Area.
전혀 예상하지 못했던 장면이잖아요. 더군다나 둘이 손을 잡고 이렇게 넘어갔다 오는 그 모습은 눈물 나는 거 참느라고 혼났어요.
The leaders of South and North Korea spoke comfortably as they strolled together outdoors. And in June the next year, 2019, was the momentous Korea's United States summit.
And the image that I'm thinking of is seeing for the first time President Trump, President Moon, and Chairman Kim. See, have them all standing with one another. That, for me, was really a moving scene.
The exchange that started on a quaint 50-meter-long footbridge had spread into many areas. South Korea and North Korea were taking small steps, surely and steadily, towards becoming one. The two Koreas were embracing peace and together pursuing prosperity. They are headed towards a new identity.
통일은 상방이 공존, 공영하면서 민족 공동체를 회복해 나가는 과정입니다. 남북 간의 교류협력 사업은 한반도 모든 구성원의 고통을 치유하고 화합을 이루는 과정이자 안으로부터의 평화를 만들어가는 일입니다. 남북이 함께 손을 잡고 한반도 평화의 돌파구를 열어가야 합니다.
And that's what gets the process of reconciling these two, this country. President Moon going into the biggest stadium in the world with 150,000 North Koreans. It was the average normal North Korean listening to President Moon.
오늘의 이 순간 역시 역사는 훌륭한 화폭으로 길이 전할 것입니다. 우리 모두 문재인 대통령에게 열광적인 박수와 열렬한 환호를 보내줍시다.
And according to Kim Jong-un, President Moon was able to say whatever he wanted, to speak his mind.
평양 시민 여러분, 동포 여러분, 우리 민족은 우수합니다. 우리 민족은 강인합니다. 우리 민족은 평화를 사랑합니다. 그리고 우리 민족은 함께 살아야 합니다.
It shows the North Korean people that Seoul, Moon Jae-in, the South Koreans, they're not their enemy. They're their countrymen. They're their brothers and sisters that they're estranged from.
우리는 5,000년을 함께 살고 70년을 헤어져 살았습니다. 나는 오늘 이 자리에서 지난 70년 적대를 완전히 청산하고 다시 하나가 되기 위한 평화의 큰 걸음을 내딛자고 제안합니다.
And he talked about how the Korean people could reconcile, how they didn't have to be enemies anymore.
김정은 위원장과 나는 북한남 8천만 개의 손을 굳게 잡고 새로운 조국을 만들어 나갈 것입니다. 우리 함께 새로운 미래로 나아갑시다.
I think seeing the effort that President Moon took, especially his speech in that stadium with 150,000 North Koreans, trying to talk to them directly, trying to convince them that the Cold War on the Korean Peninsula is over. I think that is a big difference, and I'm hoping that in the coming months, maybe Kim Jong-un will come to Seoul and do his reciprocal visit that he promised he would do.
In 1945, Korea was liberated from Japan, but the intervention of US and Soviet forces split the country at the 38th parallel. Then ideological differences led to a war that raged for 3 years. There were countless casualties of the Korean War, and countless families separated, starting yet another tragic chapter in the history of the Korean people.
The 38th parallel, and there was no justification for this. It was unnatural. It separated the northern and southern division of the Korean Peninsula, just completely disrupted this centuries-long integration of a national economy. It also separated families, peoples from one another. It was really tragic and disastrous for both.
As the Cold War came to an end, efforts were made towards making the Korean peninsula again.
It was that they've gone through so much pain, switching jobs, changing family, location, moving to a different part of the country. Maybe we don't give enough recognition for that adjustment. It's very painful for families to move around.
Johns Hopkins University's School of Advanced International Studies in the US. South Korean students participate in a summer program on US foreign policy. As the driving forces behind a future peace, what does the younger generation think about inter-Korea relations?
동독과 서독이 교류를 끊임없이 하였지만 그럼에도 불구하고 한 국가 두 사회라는 말이 나온 만큼 괴리감이 심했습니다. 따라서 남한과 북한은 많은 교류를 통해서 남한 시민들과 북한 시민들이 그런 괴리감을 없애고 그 이후에 통일을 하는 것이 바람직하다고 생각을 합니다.
Students also voice their concerns regarding preconceptions.
남북한 사람들 사이에 많은 편견이 존재한다고 생각합니다. 예를 들어서 우리나라는 북한에 대해서 가난한 국가, 공산주의 국가, 혹은 뒤처진 국가라고 생각을 할 수 있고 그거에 따른 편견이 우리나라와 북한이 화합을 했을 때 가장 큰 문제점으로 다가갈 수 있을 거라고 생각합니다.
Thomas Clare was born and raised in East Germany. He saw the Berlin Wall go down in 1989. He watched East and West Germany struggle for economical and political integration. It was a mentally and emotionally trying time.
Die Menschen mussten es lernen, ihr Leben eigenständig zu gestalten. Besonders in den ersten Jahren nach der Wiedervereinigung von Arbeitslosigkeit betroffen. Unglaublicher Schock und es waren sehr, sehr viele Menschen davon betroffen. Das ist das Hauptproblem der schmerzlichen Wiedervereinigung.
There had been a constant flow of exchange between East and West Germany, but still, the rapid integration they experienced during unification left a mark on them socially and psychologically.
Well, overcoming the cultural differences between the people has ever since reunification been a big task in Germany, especially for civic education. And institutions like the Federal Agency for Civic Education still have initiatives going on almost 30 years after reunification that focus on these points.
We met with a man who was born in 1990, after Germany's unification.
Mein Name ist Vincent Kreusel. Ich bin 29 Jahre alt und derzeit Student hier an der Freien Universität Berlin in Koreastudien. Und ja, meine Eltern sind beide Westdeutsche. Also in meiner Generation gibt es da eigentlich gar keine Vorurteile oder Vorbehalte. Tatsächlich dieses Verständnis für die Wiedervereinigung hat sich bei mir erst später entwickelt. Dass wir im Geschichtsunterricht über Ost- und Westdeutschland gelernt haben. Ich habe also tatsächlich noch nicht wirklich erlebt, dass das als Beleidigung irgendwie benutzt wurde. Höchstens nur zum Spaß, dass man es mal gesagt hat, aber nicht in böswilliger Absicht in meinem Lebensumfeld.
Differing from Korea, there was exchange to a certain extent between East and West Germany regarding arts, media, and also exchange of intellectuals to some extent. So I believe it is a good way to focus on that exchange or the extent.
In 1969, West Germany began a policy of rapprochement with East Germany, and they built a cooperative system in many fields.
Ich persönlich hatte, als ich im Osten gelebt habe, keine Vorurteile gegenüber dem Westen. Ich war ziemlich gut informiert über den Westen und war deshalb eigentlich ganz gut vorbereitet.
Looking into the future of the reunification process, I think that beside political negotiation and the consideration of the economy, civic education is a crucial part because, or it should be one of the main objectives, because in order to properly function as one nation, it needs a proper mindset and a narrative that everybody can adjust to, and without that, unification process is a very tough matter.
나중에 사회통합을 이야기할 때 독일 경험에서 보면은 서로를 만나게 할 수 있는 장들을 많이 만든 것이 굉장히 중요했던 것 같아요. 만나는 왜 장을 못 만든다 하면은 각자 그 사회에서 있을 때 상대에 대한 정보를 많이 배우는 거. 그래서 독일의 통일 주역들이 저희한테 항상 하시는 말씀이 서로를 알 수 있도록 교육을 많이 해라. 그래서 지금부터라도 북한에 대해서, 북한의 문화, 북한의 사회, 북한의 삶에 대해서 많이 교육을 해라. 그렇게 얘기를 하세요. 북한 사회도 마찬가지고 남한 사회도 마찬가지고 굉장히 다양성이 있잖아요. 남과 북을 하나로 해서 대결점으로 보지 않고, 그러니까 한반도라는 전체의 이 다원성 속에서 사회 통합을 이야기한다면은 접근하기가 훨씬 쉽지 않을까.
저 같은 경우도 일단은 서로가 문화를 알아가면 이게 우리는 어쩔 수 없는 한민족이구나. 얘기를 하다 보면 이거 북한에서도 이런 문화가 있었는데 한국도 있구나 이러면 더 친숙하고 가깝게 지내다 보면 쉽게融合가 되지 않을까 싶습니다.
Limited but still existing exchange between East and West Germany was one of the most important points that led to the success of German reunification.
Inter-Korean exchange is a major step towards peace on the peninsula, which will ultimately lead to peace across Asia and worldwide.
The Emerging Leaders Fellowship is a week-long annual program hosted by the Institute for Unification Education with an aim to expand international understanding on Korean Peninsula issues and promote international support towards peace and unification. This year we have 24 scholars, diplomats and journalists from 21 countries who are interested in the Korean Peninsula. Today, especially, the emerging leaders will participate in an international conference co-hosted by the Korea Foundation. They will be sharing ideas regarding peace building on the Korean Peninsula, Korea within the changing dynamics of East Asia, and international cooperation on denuclearization.
You had the best scientists from the US, the best scientists from Iran at the negotiating table. And I think probably the most obvious way to change North Korea's political relationships is through infrastructure development.
In order to sort of shift the projection of cooperation to the future and to remove this constant loop of analyzing and observing the previous sections of the state.
While discussing the importance of internal unity, I would agree with President Moon's policy that peace and exchange are the foremost important aims as a gateway to unity.
In order to bridge the gap between the different systems and ideologies in place between the South and North, education and continuous exchange is necessary. It is, in fact, exchange and cooperation between the two Koreas that have helped heal the scars of division. Starting with the South providing North Korea with 150,000 tons in food aid in 1995, and the reunion of about 25,000 members of divided families, and also the 2018 Pyeongchang Olympics, the two Koreas entered the opening ceremony under the Korea unification flag. There is a lot of exchange in both public and private sectors, but what North Korean citizens are in dire need of is support from the health and medical fields.
기존 병원이라든지 의료 시스템을 통해서 행해지는 의료 행위도 있지만 장마당 역할도 있고 그 약초라든지 한방요법, 민간요법 이런 것들이 많아요. 생존하기 위해서 또 의사들조차도 약초를 캐고 또 천연 약물을 통해서 환자를 치료하려고 하는 그런 실제로 많은 논문들에도 보여줘요. 우리가 한쪽이 만일 건강치 못하면 우리가 같이 병들 수밖에 없는 한반도예요. 준비 없이 그냥 철도를 통해서 많은 사람들이 교류를 한다? 근데 질병은 어떻게 할까요? 북한이 앓고 있는 아주 고약한 폐결핵, 아마 폐결핵으로 인한 사망은 전 세계에서 진짜 탑5예요. 또 남한에 우리가 지금 겪고 있는 예를 들어서 메르스 같이 아주 독한 바이러스 이런 상태에서 남북한이 서로 섞인다? 그렇다면 굉장히 파급 효과가 엄청날 거라고. 재앙이 올 수 있는 거를 예측해야 돼요. 그러니까 나중에 엄청나게 쓸 돈을 지금 쓰자. 그래서 서로가 건강할 수 있는 그런 기반을 만들어 나가자. 우리는 이 한반도에 모든 사람들이 건강하게 살 수 있는 환경을 만들자. 물, 공기, 땅, 환경, 이념 떠나서 우리가 건강하려면 이제 우리 합쳐야 되겠다. 저는 이런 무브먼트가 생겨야 된다고 해요. 그런 걸 지금 시작하자는 거죠.
Humanitarian efforts are what provided the basic foundation for alleviating the pain of division, for decreasing conflict, and for embracing peace. A humanitarian problem that the two Koreas can solve together is the issue of separated families.
통합의 의의는 저는 이산가족 상봉의 문제가 가장 쟁점이다, 의의가 될 수 있다라고 생각을 하는데요. 남한과 북한이 과거에 함께 살았던 민족이기 때문에 필수적으로 그러한 이산가족 상봉 문제가 정례화되고 해결되어야 한다고 생각합니다.
Ich glaube, für die meisten Menschen war das auch eine sehr schöne Sache, weil diese künstliche Trennung der Menschen und Trennung vieler Familien endlich überwunden wurde. Deswegen war es für die ganz große Mehrheit der Menschen eine sehr schöne Sache, als die Mauer gefallen ist und dann auch die Wiedervereinigung kam.
According to the Ministry of Unification, there were about 130,000 people registered in the south. 80,000 are now deceased, leaving only around 54,000 living members of separated families. More than 60% are over 80 years old.
I think it's one of the last places that the Cold War still exists, which is a true tragedy. I think for the Korean people to be separated for this long is one of the greatest tragedies in all of human history.
2000년대까지만 해도 먹고 살아야 되고 뭐 이런 걸로 많이 신경을 썼는데 지금은 어느 정도 부를 축적해가는 그런 차원에서도 있고 특히나 2010년대에 들어서면서 북한이 시장에서의 활동이라든가 아니면 시장 외에 그런 경제 활동에 대해서 적극적으로 이제 그런 식으로 나가다 보니까 주민들도 편한 거죠. 예전에는 직장에 딱 이제 매여가지고 진짜 사회주의 체제처럼 이렇게 장사를 했다면 지금은 자본주의 시장 경제가 거의 70%가 이제 도입이 되고 나머지 30%가 북한식의 사회주의 그런 시스템을 같이 섞어가고 있는 그런 느낌이기 때문에 주민들이 되게 좋아하더라고요.
An average day in Pyeonyang doesn't look that different from that of Seoul. But there are many conflicting ideologies that need to be addressed sooner rather than later. The Kaesong Industrial Complex was, in a sense, a testing ground for Korean unification.
대성공단 제가 실제로 경험을 해보니까 동질성이 새롭게 형성이 되면서 상호문화적인 감수성이 발달을 하면서 새로운 문화가 생기더라고요. 그러니까 서로 조심할 건 조심하고 안 할 건 안 하고 뭐 좋은 거는 같이 하고 그래서 남북이 협력하고 함께 만나고 일하고 접촉하면서 서로 다름을 느끼고 다름을 인정하고 극복하면서 완전히 새로운 동질적인 문화를 다시 만들어간다 사회를 라고 생각하는 게 더 타당하지 않을까 그렇게 생각을 합니다.
This surprise event happened. A lot of people traveled, and a lot more people were curious to find out what the other side looked like. So many East Germans rushed across the border because they were just curious. They had seen about they had seen about Western Germany on television.
Überwiegend gut. Wir hatten ja jetzt die Möglichkeit, als Westberliner ohne Passierschein, ohne Geld umzutauschen, einfach spontan zu entscheiden, am Wochenende, wir fahren mal ins Umland. Das war großartig. Es gab natürlich auch Leute, die sind in die DDR gefahren und haben gesagt, okay, Business, was kann ich hier günstig an Immobilien kaufen, was kann ich günstig an Häusern kaufen, welche Betriebe kann ich schnell kaufen, die wollten halt eine schnelle Mark machen. Und das natürlich zu Lasten der DDR-Betriebe, der damaligen, okay.
A unified Korea without borders. The potential of that Korea has already caught the attention of prominent American investor Jim Rogers.
North and South Korea are coming together. They're going to open up. It's going to be one peninsula again. It's going to be the single most exciting country in the world for the next 10 or 20 years. Well, no, I'm trying to get more and more involved with Korea because I know it's going to be very exciting. I'm looking for investments that will benefit from the future opening of Korea and the unification of Korea. So if you have any, please don't tell. Tell me, and then we'll buy it, and then we'll tell. I mean, tourism is going to be great. Korea has not been on the tourist map. If people are sitting around in Europe thinking about where am I going to go in Asia? They think of Japan, China, Bali. They don't think of Korea for historic reasons. But now, people are going to start thinking about, oh my God, let's go to Korea. The new places opened up. South Korea has lots of monuments, temples, beaches, mountains, food. There are lots of reasons that Korea will now be a great tourist attraction, which it hasn't been for decades. So that'll be a place to start.
Other pundits weighed in on North Korean tourism.
I mean, I would really like to go and see the coast. I mean, from what I've heard, even our president, Donald Trump, likes to say the beaches are beautiful. There's a lot of tourist attractions.
트럼프하고 이제 김정은 위원장이 만났던 자리, 그리고 이제 그 자리도 바로 이제 문재인 대통령과 김정은 위원장이 또 만났던 자리, 그 자리이기 때문에 얼마나 많은 사람들이 그걸 한번 가보고 싶어 하겠어요. 그러면 그 지역은 바로 그 세계적인 유명한 관광 장소가 될 수밖에 없습니다. 그 지역은 바로 분단의 역사고 화합과 평화의 상징적인 자리이기 때문에 엄청 전 세계 많은 사람들이 평화를 향한 사람들은 그걸로 다 가겠나 생각을 합니다.
Peace on the peninsula is the way to prosperity for both Koreas.
In my opinion, a reflected reconciliation process at eye level is a very important point.
I think a final peace on the Korean Peninsula would definitely contribute not only to world peace but global peace. We have to develop trust with one another. We have to have Track 1.5 and Track 2 dialogues. We need to have a lot of them.
南北的这个和平交流，最后统一、自主统一。 这是中国人非常期待的一件事情，因为南北一旦统一的话，那么这个东边地区的这个和平、安定、发展就都有保证。
I certainly believe that having a peace regime on the Korean Peninsula is going to greatly benefit peace and stability in Northeast Asia.
Soft power often exceeds and brings about a more favorable outcome than hard power. South Korea and North Korea have already opened their doors to each other for various exchanges. And we are building momentum, albeit slow and rocky, that could move us towards a new identity. new start into the next century as a peaceful, prosperous Korean peninsula.